Day's memorial was open to the public for anyone who wanted to come and say goodbye to Darrell Royal for a variety of reasons besides football. Chris Sadeghi talked with some of the people who were there. He joins us live with some of their memories of the Longhorn great. Chris?
Yeah, Leslie, and it seemed like everybody had some kind of story to tell about Coach Darrell Royal. Of course, a lot of those stories came from former Longhorn football players. Then again, a lot came from people who weren't football players and who weren't even Longhorns.
We beat Stallback 28-6.
Some came to remember their old ball coach.
Anytime he said your name, you knew you were in trouble.
Others came to remember the man who became legend.
What he's done for University of Texas is just awesome.
No matter their reason, it's those memories of a Longhorn icon that everyone had in common, even if their colors were different.
I loved him there as a Red Raider fan.
And some of the fondest memories, some of the kindest words, and greatest respect for Darrell K. Royal came from those who at one time were against him.
It's a family of people of two great schools, and Darrell is one of ours. He's one of our players.
I'm so proud of Darrell and what he did for everybody. He was a giver. He was a great football coach.
Football rivalries didn't matter today. Royal's former assistant Spike Dykes said that would be short-sighted because football was only one small part of Darrell Royal.
Yeah, he just touched too many lives in too many ways.
And it is those memories that live on, even now that he is gone.
Everybody's heart is pouring out to the Royal family today. I mean, that tells you about Darrell Royal. He'll always be my hero, I'll tell you that.
And at the service, Bill Little says that Royal lives on. He told the crowd, quote, "We are the pages in his playbook. We are the players in his story." We're on the UT campus tonight. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.